So my name is Dylan Valley, and I'm a documentary filmmaker, XR creator, and academic. I'm based in Cape Town, teaching at the University of Cape Town.
And tell me a little bit about your project you're doing at Place Like.
So the project that I have here at symbolic at precarious is called No Place But Here. It's part of 6 projects from across the continent called Future Africa. And our film, which I co-directed with Annie Nisenson, is a film about a housing occupation in an old hospital in Woodstock, Cape Town.
What's the background to the story? Speak to me a little bit about your access to the story. How did that process work?
So the background of the story was I made a documentary about occupations about 2 years ago, called As-a-Year, and I really wanted to do one on Sisikool House because I was living just down the road from Sisikool House for a long time and I'd seen this occupation. And I really thought about how to take people inside the building and as a way to kind of undo the stereotypes people have around occupiers and like the misconceptions. And I teamed up with Annie, who was, she had been making a film in Sisikool House for about 2 years, which is now completed. And she had, because of her immersion in the environment and with the community, she became a real part of the community. And so had this unrivaled access because she was really a part of the community in many ways. And so that's kind of the access that we had in this project.
Can you talk to me a little bit about your learning curve? What did you do differently this time around that you learned from the first film? Or?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm still learning. Like there's a lot of lessons that like we learned in this one, which is like what I'm thinking about now. But I think what I really learned from doing the first one was what's possible with this technology, how the viewer feels when you do certain things with the camera that you don't really think about when you have like a 2D camera. So you can do like an extreme close-up on like on someone's face normally, or you can have a camera as close as you want. But with these cameras, placing something very low or very close to something gives a weird proximity that can be uncomfortable or can make people feel uneasy, or placing a camera very high can also make people. So those kinds of user experiences I think we were able to take in the last one, but also understanding how much detail you can capture with these cameras. And so in spaces like this, which is like kind of like layers of time, like a building that's been used in different ways over different years, and you see all those layers in the image because you can look everywhere. So that's one thing we learned. So we learned to look out for those kinds of shots as well, as a way to tell the story of not only of the occupation but the building as well.
Can you tell me a little bit about your decision to work in immersive as opposed to more traditional 2D skills?
Yeah. So I had been making like 2D documentaries for a long time, and almost a decade of working in documentary. And for me, it was really like trying to find out how to use these technologies in the ways that I would have been using them with the 2D films, and realizing the strength is really about getting people to feel like they're actually there. So the reason why I wanted to do 360 was one, that idea of placing somebody inside the building, but 2, also having someone feel like they're visiting the participants in the film as opposed to watching them on a screen, but actually when you sit down across from somebody, if you can get that feeling right with this technology, it allows a certain access to the characters and affinity with the characters. So people often talk about empathy in VR, and for me, like I'm trying to think about it more like solidarity. We frame it in this kind of story, which is really about gentrification and like it's an anti-eviction kind of film. So you really want to have people have solidarity with the characters they're in, and that's what I was trying to do with the 360.
Any similar projects in the pipeline?
Yes, I want to do a third occupation film so that I have a complete trilogy. But I'm also going to be working on another project with some friends of mine around genocide, like a VR film about genocides, which we're still conceptualizing. But at the moment, we want to just try and take this out as much as possible, figure out ways for it to become more accessible, and like get it into communities and get into like the hands of different organizations that it can be used for. So that it's not just sitting somewhere on a portal online that you have to have a headset with, but trying also break out of the headset so we can show it in different ways, maybe even with domes and things like that. So, but that's something that we need to now work on. So yeah, we just finished this thing. So yeah. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you.